Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making a video on how to create digital art for Jake the dog. Yes, you're probably wondering and sitting there thinking, why did you steal this off the internet? Well, off the internet you can actually look up like sketch outlines for Jake the dog. This is just for example. Um, and all rights reserved to the respective owners of the image. So we're going to showcase how to color Jake the dog here and give like side by side comparison, and honestly just overall give it its natural look. So as always, I'm going to pull it up on my phone here, which we'll skip to the part where I'm doing this. Okay, I got a good representation of what Jake the dog actually looks like. And so basically he is basically yellow right here and all the way around his body. So we're going to show you by using the Photos app on Windows here. And you can basically give its natural look. So first thing I would suggest you to do is firstly work on the body of the character first. Before anything, honestly. You can go to here, you click on the first thing right here, which is the marker. Go to yellow and put this to at least 4. So that way it'll give you more lenient, or if you want the process to go faster, you can put it at 5 and give you this kind of like speed right here if you just scribble with the mouse. Now, for recommendation for mobile users, you can use BazArt as your main thing to color this in. It would be pretty much harder for you to do if you do it on mobile or your tablet. What I recommend is getting a stylish pen so you can do all of that, because I honestly be much better doing than the method I'm kind of doing right now. The reason I'm using a mouse to do all this is because I want to get precise in the lines here. You don't want to go over the black too much of the outline of the character, and you do not want to scribble it in and try to go over the line here. You at least want to stay. So like if I do something like that, that's just perfectly fine. It's no biggie, honestly. You want to take stops between, because each layer section of your coloring will matter at the end of this. Because if you have to erase something, you want to erase it in a way that doesn't take everything off your screen. Because, yeah, this thing has a reputation of doing that. So be careful of that one, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we're coloring it in. I'm going to try to speed it up for you guys right here. So we're coloring his lower belly here. Since that's like, the most showing yellow of it all. If you guys haven't watched Adventure Time, I suggest that. It's a really good show. Uh, Personally, my favorite. If you guys haven't watched it or checked it out, which I know most of the people that's watching me right now probably already know about it. It's probably your childhood on Cartoon Network. It's definitely my childhood because I used to watch it tons and tons a lot, and still to this day too. So we went over that. That's fine. Uh, it's really fun because we can just kind of take that like that. Don't have to make it worse. Um, because we could take a black marker or whatever, go over that. So that's fine. So when coloring the stomach, like I said, you don't want to do what I did just right there. You want to at least be very precise on how you're coloring this in. Now this is going to take a while for you to do, if you're using your fingers on mobile or whatever. But PC might take at least 15, 20 minutes if you're really good at it. Might take that long. Oh. There we go. Just gotta color it in just like that. So I might be a Bob Ross here doing digital art videos because like it's been highly requested for me to do these kind of videos. So if you guys are wondering, like this is a very unusual upload. You probably know why. Where I've been doing like digital art for like a while now. I've been trying to learn how to get the coloring and all that stuff color corrected and everything for like digital art and stuff. That's how I'm creating like concept arts and all that stuff for my game that I'm making, which is Signature.rl. If you haven't heard, I have a Discord link down in the description if you want to join that and be part of that. It's up to you. Feel free. Everyone is kind of respectful, so yeah. So I just made a mistake right there, but that's perfectly fine. If this is your first draft of coloring, don't expect it to be perfect. I'm telling you this right now. If you expect it to be perfect, you'd be very overwhelmed, and you wouldn't it wouldn't succeed that well. So you want to crop it again, put it over so you have a better view of the legs. You also want to keep the lower belly right here visible, so that way you can try to outline color it the way you actually want it to be. So I'm looking down at my concept art here for the character, or not the concept, but you know, a side comparison of what the actual character looks like. It's a good thing to have on hand because you want to at least have a visual look what you're working with here. And you know, you don't want to speed up too much of the process, because if you speed up the process, it's like speeding up the art. Art is art, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why I'm speeding up the process is because, you know, I don't want to spend 30 minutes, you know what I mean, out of your guys' time. It'll probably be a 30-minute video, so, I mean, technically I am doing that, but at least you guys will be able to see how I'm doing like digital art and stuff. Now it's not my too much of my career, but kind of is in a way, since I'm making a game using my ability to do all this. But anyway, you want to carve this in nice and precise. I know I said that very much wrong, because I have really bad grammar, guys. I do. Let me say, you go back to English class, Mac Basics. Go back to English class. You're very much right, I need to. It's kind of expected to be like that, and it won't really be that much noticeable. Now, going over this leg right about here, you want to at least, like I said, keep the lower belly in line, so that way you can carve this in and make changes to your thing here just like that, and blend it in with the leg, because you at least want to have it all shaped out in your whole entire artwork. So this is not going to be a perfect first attempt, as you're seeing right now. If you're really good at making outlines and stuff with the whole like body of a character, go for it, because you're very talented if you're really good at that kind of stuff. So I'm going to shade it in really fast right about here. And you want to at least take, like I said, precision on your drawing. And it might be wonky and weird how this is like turned the other way because of how the characters turn this way, which is the left leg here. Don't worry, said if this is your first drawing, it's not going to be too perfect, and this is obviously not perfect at all what I'm doing. I'm just coloring in as much as I can. I'll be showing at the end of this video how to fine tune it. So stay to the end of this video, because I've been accused so many times of people saying I use AI. It does look like I'm using AI, but in reality, I'm not. And this is what I kind of do here on a basis on creating this kind of stuff. Okay, got the feet finished up here. So now what we gotta do, we gotta zoom out here, and we gotta finish up the rest of the lower stomach and all the way up. I'm running out of breath, guys. I'm talking too much. Okay, so we got it cropped here. So we're doing this all in one take, ladies and gentlemen. I know it might be boring on your end. If you guys made it this far into the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And comment down below if you want me to do more videos just like this, how to show you how to do digital art and stuff. Because I'm willing to show you guys how to do all of this. I'm looking back at my thing here. Okay. Now this is probably not the exact collar that Jake the dog is. It's close enough. You know what I mean? It's very close enough to the actual collar. Keep in mind, if you have the exact collar on hand, it's like an orange yellowish type of color. You want to at least get as close as you possibly can to the actual color of the character. So keep that in mind while you're doing this with me. You want to have the exact, or at least a close color match with the character, so it won't look fuzzy or funny at the end of it. Okay, coloring the lower stomach up pretty good. Like I said, you probably think, man, that looks really bad. Like I said, it don't have to be perfect. We're not all perfection here. Because at the end, you're going to be fine-tuning this anyway. It'll look a lot better at the end. Trust me, guys. You want to get to like a match. So I went over the black line there, but we can reset it. If you guys are following me right here, just take your time of doing this. Blend in your collars. Don't rush it too much. It's okay to rush it, but don't rush it too much. Because by the end of it, it's not going to look that great. Because you at least want black lines to show the outline, the hand, the arm, and everything. Now, like I said, if you go with the black line, it's fine. You can literally fix it by going over a black marker on the screen here. Don't actually take an actual marker and scribble it in. That's not what I'm trying to say. Just use a black color to scribble it in and outline it. So here's what I'm going to do. To save you guys some time, I'm going to do the lower, like the upper body right here, and the arms, both arms, and then we'll focus on the face, and I'll see you guys at that point there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We've done the arms and stuff. So now what we gotta do is the head part. And this part is like going to be the smooth and easy part here, because at least you'll be able to outline it pretty good with the collar. And where this is, excuse me, where this is perfectly like shaped and like an oval shape. They said this kind of like in a circle form. You'll be able to actually color them in pretty nicely. Might be the fastest part of the entire coloring here. Like I said before, if it looks to a point where it's like, ugh, you can always color the back end with the black here. Like I said, it's not gonna be perfect coloring into it to blend in with the black there, but at least it's not horrible. Blend that back in with the whole black color of the character here. Alright, so after coloring this in, try to get around the whole circle thing right here. Go down below. See, I just made a really bad mistake right there. I did it again. I did it again. You at least want to at least have the, like I've been saying for the entire video, you want the black to be showing, pretty much. Keep making so many mistakes. So we gotta be careful on the eye here, because if the eye looks weird out of the entire art here, then it's not really going to be that great when you're fine tuning it. And it's going to look a little wonky. You can kind of go insane with the coloring here, scribbling in. Oop, don't want to do that. What I just did there. Oopsies. That's my bad, guys. So, after coloring the head and stuff, we gotta color the nose part here, and then we're basically literally done. Except we gotta color the tail yellow still. I mean, we'll be doing that at the end here after we get the whole head set and done. Head part. So don't worry about that, guys. We'll get there eventually, trust me. So yeah, I know I did the whole coloring on the arms and stuff off camera. It's just to save time with editing. Because if I didn't really save time right there, it'd probably be like an hour-long video. So yeah, yikes on that part. I don't want the video to be too long here. Want to at least be long enough so you guys will be able to see the tutorial on how to create all this. I want to leave any whites in your art here. So one thing you do not want to have is white shown in your art. Now you gotta be really slow. I mean really slow on the eye. Cause like I said, see, I made a really mistake right there. Cause you don't want, like I said, you don't want it to make it look weird. The whole thing. So if you do that, it'll just make the nose look weird. So you don't want to get too much over the black line of the outline here. There we go. Shading it in. So as you can see right here, it's a rough draft of the character is what you can probably say how it looks. I know it kind of looks rough, but like I said, at the end is when we really get into business. So, alright, so guys, we're about to finish the head part, and we're going to do the nose. And then the only thing we gotta do throughout this video is the tail. And the tail is going to be the hardest part. Well, depending on what device you're doing this on, PC, it's not going to be too much of a trouble. If you're on phone and stuff, or your tablet, you at least want to take careful of your drawing and precise outline of your tail for this character. Got that part done. Now we got to do the nose here, which the nose part is probably like the most simple part here, because the only thing you gotta do is color it in with the same color, just like that. Now you can be very careful on this too. Take your time if you want to make it look perfect. But in this video, it's not going to be perfect at all. So you gotta take what you gotta take. You know what I mean? You don't want to, you know, because like if this is your first time doing digital art and stuff, nothing's going to be perfect. I'm going to be straight up, right up to you. You're not going to make your first drawing a perfect drawing. That's just not how it works. I wish that's how it works, but it's not how it works, and my arms are like cramping up. And yeah, I'm going to skip to the part where I actually get the nose part here to finish. And I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, we got finished on the nose part. It's not perfect, but hey, it is what it is. So, now coming over here, look at this. The tail is the only part that we gotta get completed. And, we're gonna crop that in, go to the makeup here, and draw it in all the way in. And we'd be done with this drawing and let you guys see the final look of it. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and color it in. Like I said, this is probably the hardest part here. It's got it, because like if you see right here, it's like rigid outline of the tail. So you gotta be very careful. Be very careful on this. So, since this is the final thing you gotta color in, this don't actually have to be perfect at all. You can honestly kind of rush this. You don't want to rush it too much. Kind of like the other ones, you don't want to rush it too much, but it's not the easiest thing in the world if you're doing this on phone. But if you're doing it on the PC, it's not too bad. I'm making it look worse as it already is. Sorry if I'm doing that. Some white coloring right there, white lines. I don't like that. Doing some adjustment here. There we go. Now let's go back to cropping here. And there you go, guys. We just colored Jake the dog here, and he's actually looking not that bad for a first try on my attempt. That's not bad. It's not perfect, but hey, you can tell it's Jake the dog and it's colorful. Now if you want to leave it off here and just go, you know, hey mom, dad, and your friends, I just colored this in, right? This is digital art. Boom. But here is like the most effective way to finally tune this. So we're going to save options, and we're going to save it as here. You put in Jake the dog. It's the thing that I colored in. So you say make some adjustments to the image. Make some adjustments to the image and make it look corrected with the lines and color. Probably depend on what you want to do here, on like the whole what you want to say here, but this is my example of it. Okay, so guys, I have said, can you make a picture of what's shown in the image, which is the thing we just drawed. So yeah, it did that, made some final adjustments. So here you guys go. Here's the final adjustments. This is what AI did here, and then this is what we did. So like I said, it might look rough along the edges here, the black lines of the arms and stuff. It might look rough, but at least it fine-tuned everything, and that's what you'll get. So if that's an effective way to actually how to get your lines and stuff, you know, corrected and stuff. But overall, this does not look bad. as a sketch here. That's about all I have today for this video. Make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below if you want to see more characters just like this one. I'll see you guys on to the next video. Bye bye!